Hey guys, welcome to the Years in Between with me, Loretta Maria.
And me, Cinta Joey.
This is a podcast where we talk about our thoughts, feelings and experiences in the years in between. Yeah guys, welcome to episode 4 of the pod.
You made it to episode 4.
Imagine the 100th episode.
Oh, we should do something big for that.
That'd be so exciting. Anyway, this is 4, so let's,
We are on number 4.
How have you been this past week?
Today, sorry guys, please forgive me, but I have like a low
Energy.
yeah.
Not low mood, low energy.
Low energy, yeah, not low mood. So please forgive me if I'm not like my energetic, happy, giggly self. But this week definitely got better as the week progressed. I would say that. On Monday I was, when you just like get swallowed by comparison, and it just makes the rest of your day, and it makes the rest of your day negative. You see life in such dark tone, but God quickly scooped me from that and fixed me. So each day since was better. So I say this week, the latter end of the week has been really good. I've eaten really nice food.
What did you eat? What did you eat? Then you have to say, how's she saying she had really nice food but not telling us what she ate? What did you eat? No, what did you eat, bro? Keep shaking your head, but we will sit here until you tell us what you ate.
So, oh my gosh, actually, Sunday, went to my friend's church and we went to a Vietnamese restaurant afterwards.
Did you have fart?
Did I fart? Okay, what? Did I fart?
No. Did you have fart?
Oh, pho.
But it's pronounced fart. Fart. Oh, yeah, fart. It's the fart.
Sorry.
I was just like, what? No.
Sorry.
No, but did you have... It's because the YouTuber that I watched, the dad's Vietnamese, and they always cook fun.
Fart.
It looks so good. I want to try it specifically from them.
Wait, I didn't even know what is pho.
It's like a broth, like noodles with like meat and vegetables.
Oh, like I get that from Wagamama's usually. Do you remember when we went to Wagamama's?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you got the
broth.
Yeah.
The beef tatterman, like.
Yeah. I think it's similar. It's very similar to that. Like it's like a watery sort of thing, but it's so flavorful.
Yeah.
Well, I've never tried it myself personally, but it looks like it tastes so good.
That one I had when I was with you guys. It wasn't like the best, but. Usually I do like that dish, but I didn't have pho.
Okay.
I got it's sort of like a beef chow mein sort of esque thing.
Okay.
With like thick noodles.
How are those like the glass ones that like really like, or like the white ones that
They're like
creamy?
brown.
Thick noodles I'm so suspect of that.
Yeah, when I saw the plate. I was like, whoa, like this is... Everyone else got Singapore fried rice, which looked really nice. Very yellow, very orange. Yeah. My friend got a chicken fried rice. It was really nice. It was really tasty, actually.
Really?
Yeah, so anyways, I took my dish home. I took my meal home because the portions were large. The portions were enough for like a family of 3 that have really tight, concise meals. So it was really big.
Yeah.
So I took my my leftovers home. Do you know how much containers?
How many?
2.
Really? Did you take it to like work and stuff and have it for lunch at work?
I'm fasting.
Oh right. Okay, so you had it for dinner.
Yeah, I had it for dinner, and that messed up my belly. I won't lie. That really messed up my belly. Anyways, so I had that, and what did I have on Wednesday? Oh, so on Wednesday I had Tasty. It's a Nigerian restaurant. It's really yummy.
Whereabouts?
They're located everywhere.
Not the promo.
But I went to a branch in Southeast.
Okay, first.
It's really their pop off is incredible. Like you would love their pop off.
Really?
Very, very soft, very nice, not greasy, not oily.
I was thinking, is it greasy?
And it's a good portion, like good size puff off as well, not like these baby ones.
You mean you say tasty? Is it African tasty or was it just tasty?
African Tasty.
Okay, African Tasty is quite good.
Yeah.
Is it the one in Woolwich?
Well, yeah, there's
literally, because is that the one that you went to in Woolwich?
No.
Okay, fair. Because I ordered it from Woolwich one time.
Oh, what did you order?
jollof rice and puff.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I got their meat pie the other day. Delicious.
Oh, I actually did get the meat pie as well. I
That's
cut it in half and I tried it.
By half? You shared it?
Yeah.
That's actually the first time I had a meat pie before ever in my life.
Same.
I liked it. I really liked it.
Yeah.
And yesterday I had Caribbean food. So I didn't really eat from home.
What type of Caribbean food did you
Oh,
have?
my normal Caribbean order is oxtail, white rice, plantain, coleslaw, dumpling. We like a dumpling.
I prefer festivals to dumpling.
For the sweet one.
Not my stuff sweet.
Anywho, so yeah, this week I didn't really eat from home.
But you ate good food though.
Yeah, I did.
So you went Vietnam, you went Niger, then you went
Jamaica.
That's a vibe, bro. That's a vibe.
That was kind of cringe. I said that. Jamaica.
But
yeah.
What about yesterday? What did you have? Or what did you do?
No, yesterday is when I had a Caribbean food.
Oh, fair.
Yesterday we had a feet washing service at church, and for those that aren't Christians or don't know what feet washing entails, it basically isn't the name feet washing, but it's taken from when Jesus washed the feet of his disciples. It was an act of like humility and servanthood to show that he came to serve and not to be served, although he is the king. And yeah, that's what we done. And the blood sprinkling is, I believe it's when he was just like, this is my blood, whenever you take this in remembrance of me.
Yeah.
And obviously his blood, it works, it's active, it's alive, perfect atonement for our sins, washes us clean. So the blood sprinkling is kind of like that, like the feet washing makes us clean.
What do they use for the blood sprinkling? Like wine, right?
Wine.
Okay.
Wine, water. So
okay.
do you know, obviously I grew up in not obviously because they don't know that, I grew up in a Catholic household, or split Catholic and Islam, and I think this is during Easter.
Yeah, it is Easter. That's why when you told me like the washing the feet, I knew what you were talking about. Because they do it during Easter.
And like they went around this. Yeah, so I used to do my research to know like where exactly the blood sprinkling is from. But it's kind of like, I felt like, you know when you're a child and that service at mass and the priest is like
I always wanted to do it, or when they'll do the thing where they bring it and they shake it, they go my brother used to do it because he was an old server. I was an old server as well, but the specific church that we started to go to only allowed boys. So my brother got to do it and I was like, I want to do it so bad.
I guess because like back then context, boys were like
but I still think to this day like there's some churches like,
that don't believe women should partake in such roles. There's some churches, some denominations that believe that women should not even be preachers or leaders or teachers of the Bible. I think that's taken from like 1 Corinthians, but I think Paul was just saying that in relation to back then, because even with the covering of hair. Anyways, let's not go too deep into that. That's what I did yesterday, and I ushered. I'm an usher, so yeah, the work was a lot. Like today, I'm really
the energy was a lot.
It
was drained yesterday, so
yeah.
We appreciate that she came and she showed up for today.
As always,
I do think your week seems like a lot more busier physically in comparison to mine. Although mine, I would say, was still very busy in its own way because work. Honestly, like
working caps work.
Yeah,
white.
Like that's the whole
black outline and work.
That's literally the whole like paragraph. That is the whole paragraph of my. If I were to explain my week, work. Honestly, but what I did do, work has been a bit higgy-hagger, shall I say. I feel like I'm always complaining about work. Let's skip past work. The good thing of my week was what did I do? Yeah, work was, we won't go too much into that because I could be here for days if I did. But I guess the highlights, I would say, was I saw my sister. I love that girl.
I haven't seen her in ages.
She's just good vibes, good form, like always. She always makes me laugh. So I got to see her. I spent time with her. And
when you have sisters, you don't need friends per se.
Honestly,
no disrespect. But I just feel like when you have sisters / cousins, like
that's what I'm literally saying. That the sisters with you guys, because there's a lot of women in our family, it just means that I'm so grateful for all my friends. I love all my friends. But because we're all so close in age and we're all so close, it just makes it so that it's a pleasure to have friends. But if I was in a situation like, obviously God forbid we don't want it, where I didn't have any friends, I would have such a close-knit community of like girls and cousins and sister that are just amazing. But yeah, the rest of the week I've just been editing for the podcast, obviously, and doing obviously social media content. Like obviously you do that aspect, but like the management of it type thing. And again, work too. Coding and work
should come in like
work. But this, I can't lie, this week has been, I keep saying this, like, work's been stressful, but this week in particular, Thursday.
Yeah, you would.
Was
from the voice notes you sent me.
Honestly, like, I think it was just like not a breaking point, but it was somewhat of a breaking point. I think everything came to head, and I was just there like,
my love, I'm sorry.
I can't. But I literally like signed off. I was talking to my tech lead. A tech lead being, if you don't know, is the person in my squad who is the lead of like the technical aspect, because like I code and stuff. Squad is like my group at work. It's a group that I work with at work, and I was in a call with my tech lead, and we were doing work, like paired programming, I guess it was paired programming. And after that, once we wrapped up on that, I was like, it wasn't because of the paired programming that I was exhausted. Like, stuff happened before, and then the paired programming happened, and like I was just there's so many aspects of my life I feel like that was just like needing my presence or needing my attention. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So I shut my laptop, went to bed, and I literally slept until like 10 p.m. Like because the fire alarm started going off, so it woke me up. If it wasn't for the fire alarms, I would have like slept into the next day.
Oh yeah, true. Because you did message quite late, and you had a shower.
Yeah. I literally when I woke up at like 10, I messaged you back, and I had like a shower, and then I worked a bit more, and then I went to bed.
Work never ends, does it?
Honestly, like the grind never stops. That's what we were saying like last time I think it was the last episode before. We were saying there's always something you can be doing. Yeah, there is always something you can be doing.
Yeah.
So I'm just, I guess, taking it a day at a time. At this point, it's an hour at a time. Honestly, it is an hour at a time. Like
30 minutes at a time.
Honestly, I'm allocating it and saying to myself, okay, we want to do this in the next hour. We want to do this in the next hour. Because if I think of it as a whole day and everything that I need to be doing, I would literally just combust. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I did this morning. I made banana bread though.
Yummy! I can't wait to eat that.
I'm literally a banana bread baker in this household. No, no word of a lie.
Actually, turnt chef.
Not even turnt chef.
Turnt chef. Turnt baker.
What I should.
Was it that you made with French soup mac and cheese?
French onion mac and cheese. Guys.
French onion mac and cheese. Tell me, have you heard of that concoction before?
Do you know what it is? French onion soup. If you ever see French onion soup on the menu, get it. I'm telling you, you won't regret it.
Yeah, that time that we had it at the pub. Yeah.
Bro.
I was first like a bit
suspect of it.
Yeah, suspect. But when I had my bite, it was delicious. It was nice. It was actually nice.
Do you know what it is? It's because on social media they'll always say like not even social media, I remembered it from movies being like, can I just get the French onion soup? And then when I saw it, I was like, actually it's for real. So then when I saw it, I was like, okay, let me try it. Yeah, let me try it and see what it's about. And when I tried it, I think, you know like cheese onion crisp, how I like cheese and onion crisp? Yeah. I think it's the onion flavour that I like.
You like cheese and onion?
But I don't like cheese. But the thing is, if it's heavy on the cheesy flavour, I don't like it. It's the onion flavour that I like.
Very ridiculous.
Yeah, the French onions and the French onion mac and cheese. When I made the first time I made it,
you still missing me that. What do you mean, like you're?
I was gonna make it, this time.
Why did it?
But the ingredients, it's like £50 in total to get the ingredients. Like,
damn. Yeah, what are you getting?
You get the mac and cheese. You get 3 large brown onions. You like have to have flour. You need to have Dijon mustard. You need to have milk. I need to have baguette bread, and then I need to have thyme.
So, can I ask you a question? Is it that you thought I should mix French onion soup?
No, the actual recipe.
Oh, it's a recipe.
Yeah, my sister sent it to me because she knows I love a French onion soup. And she sent it, and I said, this must be made.
Yeah,
I must.
You must.
I like pasta, so
yeah,
it tastes so good. And then I made my sister's sweet chili wings that I need to make. You've had it before because my sister's made it before, but the sweet chili wings, I made them two together, the French onion mac and cheese with this soup.
Does it? Okay, I can imagine that tasting nice, but because would they go together? Would they complement each other?
Yup.
Okay, I mean it's sort of like mac and cheese and
chicken wings.
Chicken wings, yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's such a uni meal.
I feel like it's very American.
It is such a uni meal though. I feel like a lot of people in uni were making mac and cheese and chicken
Angela.
wings.
She was telling
me.
She was telling me that when people be like, oh yeah, like you always say that you make mac and cheese, but Angela, our cousin Angela, she makes a mean mac and cheese, bro.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flavour just came back to me.
She knows what she's doing when it comes to mac and cheese. In cooking in general, she's her and Litney, I think, they're like top tier. Like you're good at cooking too, though. But like Litney and Angela,
I cook if I need to or want to. I please, my future husband, please do not think I'm gonna be in the kitchen Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday. Sorry.
I tend to hurt. Well, if that sounds crazy, I tend to accidentally harm. Like, I accidentally hurt myself when I cook every time.
Oh.
Like I accidentally cut myself. Last time I grated my finger. Like I don't know what it is. I'm just not meant to be in the kitchen.
No,
but
you are, because you do.
When I do make stuff, it does taste nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But
sometimes.
No, because one time when I did make the mac and cheese, I put in a bit too much flour, so it tastes a bit bready. But other times it's tasted really good. So yeah. But actually the time I made it after that, I put too much Dijon mustard, so it tasted a bit potent on a Dijon. But since then, I promise it tasted good.
That's what we learn and we grow.
Yeah.
You know, mistakes need to happen.
Yeah.
Mistakes are our greatest teacher. Amen.
So, but yeah, I'm not going to be in the kitchen. My future husband.
I mean, we say that now because we don't have like someone to cater for. And God willing, we have children, the amount of children that we want to have. So we would kind
step up to the plate.
Yeah. We kind of need to be in the kitchen.
Where duty
anyway.
calls.
We'll be there.
Amen.
But right now, no, I can't imagine it. I mean, I do get great joy when I give someone like a dish that I've made and they like it. But my brother's just annoying, like, oh, it's alright. But if it wasn't alright, if it was just alright, you wouldn't go back for seconds.
Exactly that.
If it was just alright, you wouldn't
exactly that.
Come on now.
Gobble gobble, you gobbled it down.
Down.
And you're saying it's alright.
Is there more? Yeah, it's alright.
Suspect. But yeah. How do we even get onto the French onion?
Because you said that you
made banana bread. But guys, the banana breads that I've been making, because I used to make it normal standard, but then I started putting in white chocolate chips.
Loretta Kitchen coming soon.
Exactly that. Wait and see.
Kitchen near you.
Exactly
available
that.
on delivery.
I don't know about that, but but yeah. What's your favourite dish?
What's my favourite dish? Yeah, that's not a question you could ask me, to be honest. I like a lot of things, yet when I like something, I overdo the dish and I need a break from it for a while. I'm also very indecisive, and yeah, I can't say that. Okay. If you're gonna say favourite dish, Matoki. If you guys, I think we said this before.
Yeah, we said it in the episode before the last, because
But just in case you have not watched it, even though you should, Matoki is green banana but mashed.
Just boiled and then mashed.
Yeah, boiled and mashed. Let me not just saying green banana. Boiled and imagine like eating raw.
Yeah. It's boiled and mashed green banana. But people would have known we're not gonna eat raw green banana.
Come on now. Even today.
Black on black with the grey. I got dark grey. She's got light grey blanket.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, Matoki with like a either lamb or beef stew. Chapati, sweet potato.
They're making me hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry right now.
That I eat that down, or ugali or posho. Posho. So I'm not Ugandan. I am Ugandan. But
she just denounced him.
I grew up in a Tanzanian.
Yeah.
Predominantly. That ugali with fish stew.
Do you know what? I can imagine that because my dad's made posho with fish, and it does like
with spinach.
No, you just did too much with that. Did a bit too much with that.
Yummy in my tummy. That's what. Yeah. That's
but I'm a bit iffy when it comes to having fish as soup. Sometimes I'm like, okay. Other times it's too fishy. Like I know it's fish, but the fishy taste. Like,
it's too fishy.
Like it, you know.
I know what you mean. It has to be done right.
It's like when chicken tastes too chickeny or egg tastes too eggy.
Oh yeah, I can't finish that. But the fish needs to be like a bit smoky.
Smoky.
These are all dishes that we need to cook for our future family.
Yeah. No, but both Nige. Do you hear that stomach grumbling?
Jollof rice.
But that's like, I feel like jollof rice is like...
I think it's easy to make.
I don't think jollof rice is simple to make though.
I think it is. I've not made it before, but I think it is. Let me tell you why.
Right.
Cool. So, you have to like, I think roast the peppers. Roast the things that... So peppers, onions... I don't know if they put squash bonnet. I'm not... Whatever chili...
Yeah, whatever they put in it.
Chili component, whatever it is. Roast them. Add the tomato puree. Add, I think, aromatic seasoning. I think you mix, add all of this stuff. Add water. I don't know if water is a stretch. No, water doesn't come in there.
But then you blend it. So
yeah, you blend it. Blend it. You... Oh...
This is from someone who's never made it.
I think any Nigerians watching, please tell me if I'm correct or not. But okay, so you blend.
I trust it.
You blend. You got it. Yeah, you got the sauce. Yeah, you blend it, and I think that you kind of have to like fry the sauce a little bit. Fry the sauce. Yeah, fry the sauce. Add the water. Add the rice in. Add the water in. Mix. What was your uncle?
I actually believe that, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do it.
But the thing is, the process seems so convoluted that I just couldn't. I think that's the thing about me. The thing about me when it comes to cooking, it's such a long process.
Oh, tell me about it.
The first time I made the French onions mac and cheese, I cooked it and I think I went to bed and I had a nap and I woke up later, or I think I did it the next morning. I was so tired and exhausted from cooking all that food. I was just like, I don't have the energy to eat this. I prefer to be in my bed.
Do you eat whilst you cook? Like, you taste it whilst you cook?
Yeah, I've learned that the hard way.
You know what? With some dishes, I trust myself like I don't. Like the chicken Alfredo, I just go along with it until I just hope for the best and it tastes nice. But if I'm making a new dish, then yeah, I definitely have to taste it as you go along. But you know what is, yeah? I don't add a lot of salt to my dishes.
But you use aromat?
Yeah, like similar.
Okay. I feel like aromat does kind of act as
like,
a salt almost.
All of that under that umbrella, like Maggi.
Oh, okay, first,
yeah. Those type of seasonings.
Yeah.
But my mum comes in, she's like, you need to add a bit more salt. I'm just like, I don't want high cholesterol. I'm thinking about my future self.
I should be like her.
But
I'm opposite though.
What?
I can't taste, when I'm cooking food, I actually can't taste the salt in it. I can't taste the salt
until
level.
after. Until like simmered, it's ready and everything.
But like even then sometimes I think maybe it's, I don't know what it is, I genuinely can't, unless if it's too much, I can't taste it.
If you can't taste it, then it's probably good.
But then the thing is, when I've done that before, I've been cooking and I'm like, I can't taste the salt, so I add more, and then when it's cooked, I'm just like, whoa, this has got way too much salt in it.
Then
I can't, that's why I'm not meant to be in the kitchen.
No, we live and we learn.
We live and we learn. But anyway, enough. I feel like we've spoken for like, what, 20 minutes about food and all that.
Food is essential, important part of life. So moving on, we're going to talk about The Courage to Be Disliked, which is the book that we're currently reading and discussing on the podcast. So we've read up to chapter 20. and we're just gonna go through like some of our notes and compare our highlights and see what our thoughts are.
Yeah.
Regarding
and how obviously applying to our lives, I guess.
Yeah. From like so far, I've seen a lot of biblical references. I think it was in like the first like section, the first night, or chapters 1 to whatever. Just talking about anger is fabricated, something like that, and anger can be controlled. Anger is used as a tool to obtain the goal that you want. Like you have to shout because you want to feel superior, or insert your power. Then you do that using the tool of anger. And it just like made me think of, I think it's James 1 verse 19. You should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. So I think it just refers back to how anger
is a choice.
Is a choice, yeah.
I guess both negative and positive emotions are, sometimes it can feel as though they're not a choice, but in feeling them they may not be a choice, but exerting them into the outside world is a choice. So whether you're happy and you choose to smile, or you choose to be very friendly to people, that's something you're actively choosing to do. But in the same way, if you're angry and you shout at someone for doing something and the reaction is disproportionate to what they've done, that's also a choice in doing that. But you could say, but I was angry, I can't help it. No, you can.
You can help it.
Because if it was a little baby who literally doesn't know any better, and they do something and it could cause anger within you, but you're not going to lash out at a baby.
No. In
the same way you can choose to not lash out at somebody who obviously may not be doing something purposefully to cause you to feel upset or angry. And I feel like communicating that though to the person is important.
There's a section in the book, I think it's either chapter 18 or 19, where the philosopher was saying, those that say they're irritable, short-tempered, I was one. Not to say was one up until I read the book, but was one before. He was saying that they don't know that there's other forms of communication that you can use to express your emotions. So I feel like as a baby, let's say that baby's done something to make you angry, or that baby themselves is angry and they've like lashed out. Obviously they're a baby, their knowledge and their wisdom is capped, and it's the job of the parents to guide that baby to, be...
Yeah, to like understand, like to regulate essentially, because babies struggle with that. There's this TikToker who, actually speaking on that, there's a TikToker who says like, I think her name is Julie. I don't want to like still, but like she.
I think her name is Julie.
I love her and her little kids. They're so sweet. Her whole family's just adorable. But she was saying like with her younger daughter, with little kids, telling them no. Obviously, if they do something that could cause them to be in danger, you're gonna say no, don't do that, or don't. If they've got a sibling, don't hit your sibling. But saying no to them doesn't hold value the same way saying no to somebody who's a 10-year-old. So she says in those instances she just distractions. What's the best thing? Like, oh, why don't you come help me? I don't know, cut the potatoes, or like, even though obviously not gonna
like soft parenting.
Yeah, but it's like rather than, I guess, lashing out or being like, no, like, do you know what I mean? Like
I do get that, but would there not be like a risk of, the child going back to doing what they were doing? Like, would you need to tell them, oh, mummy doesn't want you to do this because so, instead of like distracting the child from doing what they're doing and coming to you? And then, I mean, that children do forget when it's not in their sight, but like,
I think it's capitalising on that. She's a stay-at-home mum, so she's able to have her eyes on her kids as much as possible. But obviously I understand her situation is different to like other people, and I'm not a mum, so really and truly should I be talking on this? No.
And you say mummy wants you to mummy doesn't want you to do that.
But yeah, I think what you're saying, teaching them this is bad, this is but dependent on how old they are, can they really understand the extent, like the value of what you're saying to them, and really conceptualize, my mum is trying to protect me from being hurt, so she's explaining to me this is going to hurt me, so don't do that. It depends on the age and how well your child, obviously younger kids can be dependent, your child, so obviously it depends on how much they can internalize what you're saying, essentially. I think,
I mean, there is going to be like a restriction in the child understanding you stopping them from putting themselves in danger. But I think it's just like breaking it down so they can understand. Let's say they're going to touch the stove is hot. Say no, hot, hurt.
Ouch,
like,
ouch,
yeah,
ouch.
ouch.
Yeah.
Or like, no, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I think,
I agree. I do agree with that also. Yeah.
Using communication to
the level at which they
exactly.
understand is very important. Yeah, I do agree.
Like, I was with my goddaughter the other day, and I wouldn't say she was being naughty, but she was just tired and she was just restless, and she just started screaming for no reason. Well, I don't know the reason. But she started screaming for no reason. So she's 2, by the way. I thought I could put her in timeout, and she sat there for a little bit, and then she came out of the timeout and she was just screaming whatever. So I just like picked her up, whatever. So I was telling my mum like, oh, I put my goddaughter in timeout. She's like, no, you can't do that. She's 2. She can't understand. I'm just like, oh, because also my mum works with little children. She's done like the work, the theoretical work behind children and stuff. She's like, you can't do that with 2-year-olds. They don't understand. I'm just like, oh wow.
You have to do it at the level at which, like I was saying, you have to communicate with them at the level at which they understand. Which I guess it's a learning curve for every parent.
Literally.
We're not parents again. We are not parents. We have no kids, so we have no leg to
I
stand
have
on.
kids
but
for extension.
I hear that. We have experience with like younger cousins, obviously your goddaughter. So it's just personal experiences, I guess. But yeah, I think those, other than when they're too young to understand, there's a point at which emotions, whether negative or positive, are a choice to express in like the outside world. I do agree with that, but it can be hard, I think, to not let emotions control you, especially somebody like myself. I'm a very emotional person. I think I feel emotions very deeply.
Women are.
I don't think all women are. I feel like I've met a few. Although they can be slightly emotional, they don't let that dictate a lot of things, and they can go about their day. Or they're just. I've also met women that are very straightforward and very like stereotypically what you would think a man is. Like they don't come across at all like they are governed by their emotions. And that's not to say that we are. Yeah. But we do feel them a lot, I think.
To be honest, we should be able to turn it off and on. Like not turn our emotions off and on, but to be able to not be governed by our emotions, we should have that.
That's a skill.
We can't go into a professional setting and allow our emotions or our personal life to rule us. Like, you know, that's
exactly.
It's not really good.
From power struggle to revenge.
Or can we go slightly before that?
Okay.
Life is a competition.
Life is not a competition.
Life is not a competition.
That one's good, yeah.
So, let's talk about it.
There was one statement made by the philosopher that I think relates to the whole idea of comparison being the thief of joy, where he says, a healthy feeling of inferiority is not something that comes from comparing oneself to others. It comes from one's comparison with one's ideal self.
Yeah.
And I think we touched on... No, we didn't touch on it because we didn't put it in, I don't think, in the last episode. But the idea that the person... I think if there's too much of a discrepancy between who you are right now and the person you want to become, I think that's when the whole mental health, and I think you can fall into like a depression or low self-esteem. I think things like low self-esteem come into play when there's too much of a discrepancy. But I think we did touch on this last time though, where if you take it like, if you have an ideal version of yourself and you take it day by day or goal by goal, milestone by milestone, and make it more attainable and recognise you have this end goal of what you want to be, but there are 20 steps from where you are now to where you want to be, and recognising that it takes time to achieve those steps, I think you can allow your ideal self to be that comparison that you're constantly working towards. But if it's too much of a gap, I think, especially being a young person, it can be, especially in a society where instant gratification through social media is so apparent, it can allow for...
Not just social media, but I think if we were to look at the increase in crime Can I say the crimes?
Yeah.
Increasing like fraud and selling drugs.
Yeah, the fast life.
The fast life is very much like prominent in this time of life. So I think that really adds to the
mentality that people have to have, constantly having it now, that the gratification is too quick.
I just get sucked into that, to be honest. Like, I...
Not fraud.
No, I was never a criminal or something. That's not me.
When you said you got sucked into that, I think,
but I think it's so easy to fall into that trap. With the increase of like social media, even people coming on, influencers, socialites, like seeing the things
and
that
the quick turnaround that they become.
Like literally, quick turnaround. It literally can make one feel so down and bad about themselves because I'm doing this and I'm not getting to where they've got. So yeah.
It requires discipline, I think.
It does. It does, and to know that everyone's running a marathon, we're all in a marathon. There's no winners and losers in life. If you feel like, I think we said about this, but understanding what your success is as an individual, and once you understand your goals and your purpose in life, you wouldn't really compare or feel like you're in competition with the next person. So I think
that's so true.
Yeah, I think it's like once you underline that, you're set to go, you're fine.
Yeah, that's literally, it reminds me of a bit that the philosopher's talking about. He mentioned something like, for example, if you're constantly like competing with those around you, even when they have success, whether that being something that you would like never want to do, like for example, if I was constantly in competition with all
Mr. C, Mr. A.
Yeah, like if I was constantly in competition with like you or like my friend, and like for example, if you're in a sector that you're doing skydiving and you say that I've become like a lead skydiver, and then I suddenly become jealous because I'm constantly in competition with you, but it's like your career path is entirely, I don't want to be a skydiver, but the fact that you've now become promoted to something like that, a sense of jealousy that would arise is because you're constantly in comparison with the people around you. But like you said, if you focus on what your success is and what you need to do to get to that point, or the time and work and effort that you need to put into that, there would be no finding out news that somebody around you has gotten a point, like reached something of success in their life, would give you joy because they're attaining or moving forward towards their success.
Yeah.
And if you're focusing on your own, there's no need to even feel like that.
There's a competition.
You only feel a sense of pride in that your friend or your family or whoever is doing what they need to do to get to where they want to be.
Yeah, it's true. So there is this one like highlight that I did. When one is conscious of competition and victory and defeat, it is inevitable that these feelings of inferiority will arise because one is constantly comparing oneself to others and thinking, I beat that person or I lost to that person. The inferiority complex and the superiority complex are extensions of that.
I highlighted that as well.
Oh, sick. So, like, whilst I read that, I was thinking, I just recently finished Rags to Riches on Netflix, and it's about these group of women that have dated or are dating married to an athlete, and they have been able to obtain wealth from not just their like partner, but for themselves, like whether it be like them doing influencing or real estate, or like they have a clothing line, like, whatever it is. So these group of women that have like joined together and it's a reality TV show basically.
Yeah. And
so one of the like cast members said that she realised that within the group no one is really friends. I mean there is an element of liking the people that you're around, but if we think about the definition of a friend, I don't think, well, I agree with that cast member that said it, I don't think they're really friends, because it's, how can you talk about your friend behind their back every instant? So anyways, she was just basically saying
very toxic.
Yeah, very toxic. Everyone is in competition with each other, and the person that has obtained the goals or the success that they think that they want, they've obtained it they start idolizing that person. And well, she didn't say that, she just said she doesn't think that everyone's a friend, it's a competition. I'm now saying that it was very uncomfortable to see the person that they do idolize because of the success that she's achieved in life. And it's just like, it's sad actually, because as a grown woman, why do you not know about your worth and about the things that you want? Why is it like, oh, because she's obtained this, I need to now show her and present that I am also doing well, or wearing designer head to toe because you don't want to come across as broke. Like,
yeah, but I entirely agree with you, and I think I don't think they should idolize her at all, but I think maybe have her as a mentor.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fine line in that. Like, you can have someone as a mentor, you can honor their achievements, you can like praise them, give them their accolades, but don't be now saying like, she's the person that I want to be like, she's done everything she's done, I want to do the same, or like, she's like this, she's popular, like if she says that you can't be with us, then you can't be with us, like
be your own person. Yeah.
And as a grown woman with kids and you're married, can any man not, like, I don't know, I find that very
I hear it, yeah.
I was like, wow, like when I was younger I used to enjoy watching stuff like this, but now I'm actually analysing all of them individually, like thinking, you need Jesus. You need to know who you are, know what your purpose is, because then you wouldn't be so driven about the other person's life.
Yeah, and what they're up to and what they're doing.
So much so you know more about the other person's life than your own life.
Yeah, I hear it.
Ciao. Anyways,
yeah.
Do you think life's a competition?
No. I think, well, I can't find it at the moment, but there was a point where it's like, even if you think someone's in front of you or someone's behind you, but it's like you're literally in your own lane.
Literally.
There's no reason to feel, but I can understand. Realistically, growing up and going through this traditional route of schooling, like primary school, secondary school, sixth form, whatever, college, university, etc. And obviously there's many routes you can take to get to where you want to be, but if we look at the traditional route way, it makes it difficult to feel like you shouldn't compare to other people, because you literally have someone the same age as you, people who like may look like you, and they're doing X, Y, and Z. So obviously we're aware of the fact that comparison is a hard thing not to do when you have so many examples around you of people doing things that you could be doing or whatever. But like we said, if you know what your success is, even if somebody is doing what you want to do, I don't think you should particularly compare yourself to them, because the route in which they took
is different from yours.
Yeah, you don't know every ins and out of how they got there. They could have certain network or connections that allowed them to get there at an earlier point in life than you have. But yeah, I just think do what you know you need to do, and if you don't know what you need to do, I think don't allow that to be a deterrent or allow yourself to feel any sort of animosity to them because you don't know the ins and outs. It's hard to do, but you can do it.
So another thing that I've highlighted was you're the only one who's worried about how you look, which is true, because your world revolves around you. You are yourself's biggest critic, which is something that you said to me. You care so much about how you're perceived by others, and
I there's a trend on TikTok where it's like, you know, where people like post pictures that they didn't like, and it's like, I bet you didn't notice that I looked awkward in this picture. I bet you didn't notice that my eyebrow looked weird in this picture. I bet you didn't, etc., etc. And that goes to highlight that, again, you are your biggest critic, and things that you hyper focus on or think everyone's gonna notice,
they don't.
No one's gonna notice. And it's so hard to believe that, because it's like, if I can see it, how come you can't see it?
You can't see it.
You're lying to me. You can see it,
you
but
can see it.
Genuinely,
you know what just came to mind?
It's the truth.
You know how women wear wigs, lace frontals, and it's like, okay, we can see the lace, but now men can see the lace because they know what the lace looks like. So I think that's not really a good example, but yeah, it's true. Like, if you notice something about yourself, others are least likely to have noticed that. Or if they do, they literally forget about it the next working day.
Yeah, exactly. The way you think about it and the length of time you spend thinking about it, no one's really thinking about it like that.
Yeah, they're not going to go to bed thinking, oh, like, the way that she speaks, wow, damn.
Yeah.
Like,
more time they'll be thinking, oh, like, the speech she gave, or the content of what you're talking about, rather than how you sounded, or...
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm telling myself.
And it's hard, but... you can do it, guys.
Anyways, I just want to introduce a new section of our podcast, and it's called TV. I mean, if you think about it, you would be able to guess it, but we're going to explain it for you. Anyways, guys, TV stands for thoughts, feelings, and experiences, and we're just going to close off each episode with our TV of the week.
Yeah, so my TV, I would say it's okay to pause for a second, despite all the things around you feeling like it's, you know, falling down, quote unquote, but it's not. It's really not. I'm being quite exaggerative, hyperbolic when I say that, but it's okay to take a break, and it's okay to pause and reevaluate, recoup, and then keep it stepping, really.
My TV actually aligns with what we've just been discussing. Life is not a competition. So my TV is that, and I say that because on Monday I was so much so on the comparison side, and I said earlier, God swooped me from that. And the verse that I came across was Jeremiah 45 verse 5, which I will not read it out. It'll be here somewhere. And yeah, everyone's life is individual, relative to our own. Life is not a competition.
Remember that. Remember that, guys.
That's my TV.
And tell us you guys' TV down below
in the comments. Let us know.
And that's basically it for today's episode, guys.
I feel like I want a high five. You can high five me.
Juicy high five. We'll see you guys in the next episode. We hope you enjoyed.
Thank you so much for tuning in, listening in. Again, please do not hesitate to like, comment, and share. Please comment on our post.
Leave reviews wherever you're listening, or subscribe if you're watching on the YouTube.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it doesn't harm you.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. But you know, if you want to, no pressure.
No pressure.
But there's pressure, but there's no pressure. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.